What is going on, Swoopers? Welcome back to another episode of Swoop Luke. In this episode, we'll be going over the season so far, so it's a bit of a mid-season review. And yes, the elephant in the room straight away, shaved my head, did it for cancer. It's on my Instagram if you want to go check it out. But let's just do it. Before we do jump straight into it, of course, follow me on all my social media accounts. They'll be popping up down below. I'm still looking. I'm looking at my thing. It just doesn't. So weird. Follow me on all my social media accounts: Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Always posting there. If you are a new super, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you are a returning super, welcome back. Thank you so much for rejoining us. Remember, once we hit 2,000 subs, I'll be giving away a Collingwood home jersey. So. Well, it doesn't even technically have to be home, could be away, could be a clash, whatever you're after. But we hit 2,000 subs, go into a draw, and let's do it from there. So, let's get into this review. So just a quick overview of how our season has been so far. You know, after this bye, we sit 16th on the ladder, 4 wins, 9 losses, with a percentage of about 89.9%, not about 89.9%, exactly 89.9%. So, haven't had a good season. We'll talk a little bit more about that a little bit later. Our goal kickers, our top 5 goal kickers at the moment: Brody Mychek, 21 goals, Jordan DeGuy with 18, Darcy Cameron with 13, Bo McCreary with 11, and Elliott with 10, thanks in part to that amazing 6 against the Crows the other week. We've had 7 debutants: Ollie Henry, Tom Wilson, Trent Bianco, Jay Rantel, Finlay McRae, Caleb Poulter, and Bo McCreary, with Bo playing the most games. He's played 9 games, followed by Caleb Poulter, who's played 7. And our leading disposal getters: Jack Crisp on 26.7, Side Bottom 24, Pendlebury 24, Adams 23, and Chris Main 22.7. The thing that's insane is that Taylor Adams is still in our top 5 disposal getters after missing so much of the season with that knee injury. So that is an overview of what our season looks like. It's not pretty. 4 wins, 9 losses. You know, our wins are Carlton, obviously, Kangaroos, Adelaide, and Melbourne. So really good last week against Melbourne. We know that. Amazing. The Carlton win was great. Adelaide win and the Kangaroos win was a win against the bottom side. Nothing to write home about besides that Melbourne win. But I think, look, it hasn't been a good season. You know, forget about the off season. This season just hasn't been good or hasn't gone our way so far. Besides maybe the last month of football, and that's including, you know, a couple of those very close losses. Our season could be changed on a dime. We've lost, 3 or so games, 10 points and under. Geelong by 10 points, Brisbane by 1 point, Port Adelaide by 1 point. So you convert 2 of those games, you know, the 2 games that we lost by a point, then we're sitting, 5 and 7, and we're pretty much close to top 8 material. We're a good side. We're a really good side, and we've showed glimpses of that in the first 13 or so rounds. We've showed glimpses of how we're a bottom 4 side, you know, and that's not exaggerated. That's exclamated by those 9 losses. So this season has been a lot of ups and downs, more downs than ups, but we'll go about that in a little bit. So some positives from the season: Darcy Cameron has emerged as that forward ruck that we kind of brought him in for, but we didn't know he could be this key forward that we're after. He's on 13 goals, and he's that forward target now, which means that he has taken Cox's place pretty much, and I don't see Cox getting back into the team, barring, you know, some sort of injury. What else has worked? Jack Crisp has moved into the middle as like a permanent sort of midfielder, and I absolutely love that so much. He's one of our better users of the ball. He has the pace. He has those footy IQs. What that means is that we get a bit more run in the middle. We also have Johnny Noble, we're putting more trust in him, putting more trust in Isaac Quaynor to come off that half-back and provide that run for us. With Darcy Moore out, does that mean that Crisp, plays a little bit more of an accountability role in the defence? Not in Darcy Moore's spot, but do we see him defend a little bit more, just, for a mature head down back? But that's neither here or there at the moment. What else has worked? These young kids. 7 debutants. I can't remember the last time we had so many debutants in a season, and we could get more. We've got Ash Johnson as well, who might make his debut in the next few weeks. Bo McCreary, Caleb Poulter, they have just staked their place in this team, and it is absolutely amazing to see. And I love these kids so much. You got like Ollie Henry, Tom Wilson, Trent Bianco as well. God, Trent Bianco looks like a 200-game player, and he's played 3 games. Jay Rantel, Finlay McRae, everyone is showing glimpses of what they can do. A couple more pre-seasons in them, and they're all 200 gamers pretty much. Tom Wilson will probably get more of a shot now that Darcy Cameron's out. Then you got the likes of Will Kelly, who we haven't seen a lot, Mark Keane, who we haven't seen a lot as well. They've just played a handful of games. The future is bright. That is the one positive. The future of this Collingwood Football Club is bright. So the negatives for this season. 9 losses, obviously that's going to be a negative, but like I've said in a previous video, I can handle losses if it looks like we're playing a good brand of football. And for the most part, for 75% of the season, we haven't been playing any sort of brand of football. It has been, look, don't get me wrong, defenses win games. You can keep a team to a low score, amazing, great. We're a defensive first team. That's what Buckley's instilled in us, and that's what we've brought this season. But if you're not scoring goals, or if you're not scoring points, you can keep a team to 50 points. If you're not scoring over 50 points, you're obviously not going to win the game. So there has to be that equal footing of being a good defensive side and being a good attacking side. Our ball movement has been very slow, Our ball movement has been very slow, very stagnated. Look at that Geelong game. That was one of the most boring games of football, especially of Collingwood football, that I've watched in a very, very, very long time. But then you look at the Melbourne game, and you look what happens when the boys play off instinct, going down the corridor, attacking the ball, not looking back. When they get the ball in defence, their eyes are going forward, looking for the next option, marking and playing on, bouncing the ball even. Just these little things where, that direct, I remember this one kick from, it was in the last quarter, Johnny Noble, right? A 60-metre pass to Pendlebury in the middle, hits Darcy Cameron who's running in, and he scores a goal. That's the sort of football that you want to play. That football opens up teams, and it's easy to score when you're going through the corridor. Then you look at the Geelong game. We grab the ball in the defence. Instead of looking up, we look to the side. We look behind us. We see, we chip it around. Yeah, cool. A game of chess can work in football. It can. But not when you're doing it 1,000,000% times, Coaches know how we play. They'll set up like that. Slow ball movement means that the other team can set up their defence, so we just can't cross it. And that's what happens. We get up there, slowly to our half-forward centre line, and then our inside 50 efforts are just shocking because you're bombing the ball long, you're not hitting a target, and then the ball just comes back out, they get us on the counter-attack. And that's just what we've seen. But the last month of football has been really, really good. It started with that Sydney game, that first quarter was good, then everything else was crappy. That Geelong game, yes, it was boring, but we did push them a lot. That Port Adelaide game, we pushed them right to the end, lost by a point. And then the Adelaide game, we do that. Then this Melbourne game, we just absolutely annihilate the best team of the season. That's great. That's absolutely great. But can we keep that up for the rest of the year? Another thing that didn't work, I didn't even want to bring it up, but Darcy Moore up forward, doesn't work. That's just like, getting your goalkeeper in soccer who's stopping all these balls going, actually, let's chuck you as a striker for a little bit, and then you get 100 goals scored against you. His position is in the back line. He's worn an All-Australian jacket in the back line. You know, he could have had another one if he wasn't injured and we didn't chuck him forward this year. He's one of the best defenders of the game. Just the way he attacks the ball from a defensive point of view is just second to none. He reads it so well in the air. I can see why Bucks and the team put him up forward, but it didn't work out. They were too slow to move him back. They experimented more and more and more. And then, you know, we lose games. Honestly, we lost games because of it. But back in the back line where he should be, he's been smashing it. Unfortunately, that injury, and you know that's the tale of our season. Taylor Adams gets injured, and that's insane because he is our barometer. We lift for him, or we lift when Taylor Adams is in the team. And then you look at the likes of, you know, Brody Grundy was out for a little bit as well with that knock to his neck and the nerve damage or whatever he did there. Jeremy Howe as well. You look what happened when Jamie Elliott went down against Carlton. He's out for 11 or so weeks. Comes back against Adelaide, kicks 6 goals. He is our forward barometer. What that means is that he plays forward, Jordan De Goey goes into the middle. So injuries have been our downfall, but that is just Collingwood. We are absolutely cursed with our injuries, and I know a lot of other teams are, you know, injury plagued as well, but let me tell you, we are cursed with our injuries. So the surprise packet for me this season, there's been a couple. I really like Darcy Cameron up forward. I didn't think he had it in him to be that sort of key forward, but it looks like he can. The biggest surprise package for me though, my boy, Bo McCreary. Far out, I love this kid. I love the way he goes about it. He's a bull. He's an absolute bull. Just the pressure that he brings to this team and that attacking prowess in the forward line. Just able to just lunge on dudes and drag them down, get those free kicks, create the opportunities, just run and chase. Even if he is not tackling, the ability to run and chase and cause turnovers just from perceived pressure is incredible. And Buckley said it as well in one of his press conferences when we didn't have Bo because of that calf injury. He said that no one else can do what Bo can do in the team. Now, if that isn't saying something, one, about the recruiters and what our forward line is like, and two, just a huge rap on Bo himself, that's just incredible. And he's kicking goals as well. He's in our top 5 goal kickers so far. So, Bo, just keep doing you, dude. It is phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. My biggest disappointments this season, look, you know me, I don't like dogging on players or rating on players, but look, there has been some disappointments this season, just from where we think players should be to where they are. Mason Cox being one of them, can't crack into the team when we actually need to kick goals and we need a tall forward structure. Still can't crack into the team. Jordan De Goey had a slow start. Yes, he's been injured and stuff like that, but this last couple of weeks, more midfield time, and then Melbourne, he had his best game for the year. So if he can get more into that midfield, play more with that aggression, play more with his instinct, he'll go a long way as well. Another disappointment for me has been Braden Sire. I thought this is the year where he absolutely, you know, without Treloar, he absolutely bulks in the midfield, and he's just what we needed him, what that 2018 Braden Sire was like. And we just haven't seen that. I hope Harvey gives him chances because I do love him in the team. He just has to lift his game. I think he's out of contract at the end of the year, so it's going to be an interesting time. No, the second half of the year looks a bit like a roller coaster. We've got 9 games remaining, and some of them are you know, top 4 contenders. Some of them are in the bottom. We've got Fremantle next week, Saints, Richmond, Carlton, Port, Eagles, Hawks, Lions, Essendon. We should win, well, you'd think we'd win at least 6 of those 9. Maybe 4 to 6 of those 9 we should win. We're a good football side. Our game plan has been shocking. That's what I think has let us down. But you can see on Monday how good we can be when we play on instinct, we play fast, we play quick. We can still defend really well because I don't think Melbourne scored over 70 points, so that's really good. Look, we haven't lost a game by over 30 points this season. That's really good. That is insanely good. So, it just shows that we are a good team. We are a good team. When we want to be and when our game plan allows us to be. An overall grade on the season, I want to say a C+, in the middle. I know, sitting 16th, 4 and 9. Sorry, we're not even 16th anymore. We're 15th because we just had gone up last night. So I had written this when we were 16th. It doesn't look good, but we've got 7 debutants. We've got a bunch of kids playing, and the kids are all right. To take a word from the offspring, the kids are all right. And look, some of these losses really sucked. The Gold Coast loss, those 2 1-point losses, the Giants loss. But I believe in this football club. It doesn't look pretty. Sacking Buckley mid-season, I feel like he did have to go. From the outside looking in, which is what we're doing, it doesn't look pretty. But I believe what this football club is producing. And I know we're going to get the best coach. I know we're going to get the best assistants. These kids, let me tell you, they're going to be stars. And we can see them. We can see it already. We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. Look, we might finish the season in the bottom 6. It sucks. It does suck. I thought we were going to be better than this. I thought we were pushing for a top 4 spot because the team hasn't changed much. But it is what it is. That's just football. You're high when we win and you're low when we lose. That's just life, isn't it? But this football team is going to be very impressive in the next 1 to 3 years. We are going to be very impressive. And look, we get Nick Dacos next year. Okay? I know he's not Jesus, I know he's not our saviour, but we do get the best kid in Australia. We get him. We get him. The number 1 draft pick, we get him for free. Well, not for free, we have to give up draft picks, but still, we get him for free. But, anyway guys, that has been my mid-season review. Let me know your thoughts down below on, who's your most improved, who needs to improve, what your mid-season grade is, how you think we're going to go for the rest of the season. Leave all your thoughts down below. And until next time, like, comment, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets, double shackers. I'll swoop you later.
Ooh la la.